Didn't even get to cross.
Movement in the sport of USPSA is so important because it can make the difference between a fast stage, a good stage, or it could be detrimental as well if you don't have your movement planned out correctly. One drill that I like to work with when I'm training is just a simple box drill. You can set up cones or any kind of visual barrier and put it in the form of a box, and I like to just work around the outside of the box, shooting on the move, and it's going to give you directional movement, and then it's also going to help you work on changing the movement in the middle of your strides, and from there that gives you just a good platform to work off a movement. That way you're prepared for anything when you go to a match.
Alright, for movement, the best thing I recommend is lift weights and do a lot of cardio. Also, watch videos of pro shooters moving and try to get what makes you move the best. Also, if you do drills, try different techniques on moving, and usually you can move forward, backwards, left, and right. I've heard of the box drill. You can do that too and just put your own spin on it.
I like moving. I like shooting on the move, so that's pretty much what I really prefer, and I'm really the best at it in my shooting skills. The only thing in training, you can't dry fire moving. You have to shoot it. So it's a lot of ammunition you need to spend. The best drill I have actually at home a 100-meter range long, and I just place the targets all over. It's like maybe 50 targets, 60 targets, and I just shoot on the move all way long. So it's 60 rounds, just one way or even more sometimes, and back and forth non-stop. Just a 1 hour training like that, you're blasted, but it's the best training to do.
When you're learning to shoot on the move, I say take it in baby steps. Try just shooting slow and smooth in a nice walking pace. Try to keep your toes pointed towards the target, walk heel to toe, and do everything you can to stabilize your upper body. As you get better at it, speed will come with your practice and your comfort.
The key to be successful in moving while you're shooting in USPSA stages is to be really soft on your feet. Have soft feet and soft knees. If you're marching hard and pounding hard on a stage, chances are it's going to translate to the gun, and you won't be able to set up as quickly. So, you know, I almost approach it like a dancer would. I want to be as smooth as possible as I move into position while I'm shooting and moving and running and gunning and running around. So smooth is good. Smooth is fast.
A few good tips for movement are try to maximize your efficiency of movement. And what I mean by that is practice setting up in a position and practice exiting positions. And there's techniques that you can use to address certain types of targets, certain types of positions like a doorway, a port, and learn these techniques and practice them until they're natural to you, until they're muscle memory, just like your jaw. So when you get to a stage, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about grabbing your gun out of the holster. Same thing with movement. Movement is a key factor to cutting or reducing your time.
Yeah, movement. Movement is the #1 most critical time saver in any course of fire. It's absolutely critical when you're talking about courses of fire, how you can shave that time, and movement is #1 for me. So some drills that I work on in movement, it starts in the gym. You know, it starts in the gym with speed and explosive movements type things in the gym, but also I set up various boxes and I'll work them in and out. There's a couple of different exits I like to use. One where I'm shooting while I'm exiting, and another one once I'm done shooting, I'll explode out of that position. So there's a couple of different ways to exit a box, and I focus on that. And there's a way to handle, you know, what do you do in between, and there's also how do you enter a position. So there's 3 main parts of a movement: the exit, what do you do in between, and the entrance. And for me, I break down each and every one with very specific drills with boxes all over the range, and I make sure I work each and every angle.
When it comes to movement, there is nothing better than practicing, and there's lots of different ways to practice movement. One of the best things that I think you can do is go to your local matches, because moving in match conditions is very different than moving just in practice drills. Sometimes when you're on the range and you're practicing movement, you can really wear yourself out, or you know, you do it once and you're like, oh yeah, that was perfect, but it's totally different than the live fire actual in a stage. So if you're learning to practice movement, really take the time to go to those local matches, because it's the best practice you can get.
I don't have a particular best movement drill. I just run stages, try to get through them as fast as I can, you know, and have just smooth footwork and try to make my hits and do that and shoot on the move and just practice all that stuff.
Didn't even get to cross.